Hey guys, Blitzy reminded me that I forgot to mention a couple details on the Michigan cacti. Actually, I didn't forget to mention them. They were in the video that my phone recorded on a 45-degree slant and smeared. Yeah, I don't know what it did with the aspect ratio of the original, but it turned it on a 45 that time. So the details I wanted to mention were at the base, those bottom brackets, wire supports, whatever, they were screwed onto the concrete or the 4x4 post, right? Before I put this back up, I'm going to redo it. I want them attached to the aluminum tube, like I mentioned before. But what I did not get to talk about, because the file was corrupted by my phone, was the top of these elements. Now you need some kind of give or take, right, for adjustment purposes. This is a 6-meter radiator, and you'll see, well, you'll see my dog. I used a short piece of that cheap nylon string, and that gave me a few inches of wiggle room, so I could change the length of the element, which was not a problem because that's a 6-meter radiator. It was chest high, right? The 10-meter wire, you'll see that there is no string, right? Now, this is just a hodgepodge of junk wire, and it just kind of grew organically. The Michigan cacti grew organically in little fits. And that was the original turnaround point and termination point for the wire, but I needed to lengthen it, so I drilled another hole and ran it an inch that way. Right? That 90-degree hitch there is the same as just adding an inch to the top. Now, this is what I'd suggest doing, and this is what I'm going to do when I remake it. The 15-meter wire was too high to be able to go up on a ladder and retension the string, should I have to let some wire out from the base, right, to make it longer. So I decided to see what effect a spring would have on it, and it had no effect. I couldn't believe it. And you'll see they're only electrically separated by about an inch. And what I plan to do, use a shorter spring. I'll cut that one in half. Well, I don't know what I'll do. I might leave it alone. And in any event, I'm going to use a spring at the top of the 15-meter wire and the 17-meter wire, so that I can adjust the length of the wire from the ground without having to climb a ladder and and breaking my leg again. Right? But what I'm going to do is have a length of string in between the end of the spring and the radiator wire. So, just thought I'd mention that. That would be the ideal way to terminate your wires at the top for those that are too high to be able to safely access. Now, I hope you get some use out of that. And Blitzy, let's say goodbye to our friends. Thanks for watching. Build a vertical. Build a vertical, guys, out of any kind of middle structure you can, and a bunch of wires around the perimeter, and call it a DX Commander Buster. 73.